Welcome to Liberty Property Damage. We're here to help you get the most money in the shortest amount of time for your property damage. So get ready, take some notes. This is going to be a very short training video, but it's going to give you the basics that you're going to need to help you get the most money for your vehicle. All right, when negotiating with an insurance adjuster on property damage, it can be a slow and difficult process, so be patient. Here are a few tips to help you get the best property damage settlement that you possibly can, and again, in the shortest amount of time. If you get stuck or have questions, please schedule a time to speak with us. It's totally free. Just click the blue schedule button and choose a time that works best for you. Or send us an email, support@libertypropertydamage.com. Step 1, who's at fault? For the purposes of this training video, I'm going to assume that you're not at fault and that the other party, the at-fault party, will be paying for the damages. Whether or not this is true, we're going to encourage you, do not give a recorded statement unless you absolutely have to. So if you're going through your insurance company, you may be required to give a recorded statement. But for the at-fault party, you're not required to give a recorded statement, and they still have to process the insurance claim. Step 2, what can you recover? Well, depending on your state, you're going to be able to recover and receive a repaired vehicle to pre-accident condition, meaning the vehicle has to be repaired to the way it was prior to the accident. During this time, you may be entitled to loss of use and or rental car. So let's say that the vehicle was damaged on a Wednesday and you didn't get a rental car until Friday. Well, you're going to have 2 days of loss of use. Does that make sense? You also may be entitled to diminished value. So if you have a $15,000 car and it had $5,000 worth of repair done to it, when you go to sell that car, because it's been in an accident, it's not going to be able to sell for the same price as an identical car that had not been in an accident. It's going to have a diminished value, and you may be able to recover that as well. It's always worth asking for that. Fair market value. So let's say your car or your vehicle is a total loss. You're entitled to recover the fair market value of that vehicle, meaning the fair market value is determined by what a willing buyer is willing to pay for that vehicle. And you can determine that by going to autotrader.com, other newspapers, Craigslist, and you can see what the average overall price that car that is similar to yours is being sold for, or that vehicle, depending on what it is. So fair market value is what you're entitled to. You're also entitled to recover things like baby seats, personal belongings that were damaged because of the vehicle, things like uniforms, tools, other personal belongings. You're also entitled to recover any kind of custom work that you did to your vehicle. Might be an upgraded interior or an upgraded stereo system, or maybe some smoking tires or rims that are not normal for your vehicle. In other words, they're custom or they're upgraded. You can recover those as well. Again, this is a general list and may not include everything that you may be entitled to recover. Step 3, the settlement process. Here are a few tips so you can get the best settlement possible. I want to go over quickly the repair process. As I mentioned earlier, you're allowed to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition if it's repairable. In some cases, it's going to be a total loss. So during this repair process, you're entitled to loss of use or a rental car. And As I mentioned earlier, you're also allowed, in some cases when it's a total loss or when you've had damaged personal belongings like baby seats or maybe tools or uniforms, you can recover those if they were damaged as long as you can prove it. So if you can prove it, you can recover it. And that goes again with the custom wheels or custom interior or even a custom paint job. It has to be proven so you're allowed to recover it. I want to talk about something that is personal to all of us, and that's our emotions and our sentimental value. One of the reasons that this process is so difficult is because, first of all, the insurance agents, the insurance adjusters, this is not personal to them. They are dealing with hundreds of files and they go strictly by what they can prove and the numbers and the values. So you want to keep your emotions in check and just be patient without being overwhelmed or without being pushed aside, right? Because sometimes these adjusters are dealing with so many files, you may have to call them. If you feel as though you're not getting the attention you deserve, ask to speak to their supervisor. Sentimental value, unfortunately, is not recoverable. This is what I mean. Let's say that your loving grandfather left you a vehicle and it just means a lot to you. But the fair market value of that vehicle is just a few $1,000s. You're allowed to recover the few $1,000s that the vehicle is worth and not the sentimental value. I hope that these tips and strategies have given you some help. If you want more help, just click the Get Access Now button and you'll be directed to our you'll get instant access to our members area where you'll have access to tricks and strategies, demand letters that we use so you'll be able to recover as much money as you can. You'll also have access to group coaching calls and a lot more. If you have questions or you're stuck, again, please schedule a time to speak with us. It's totally free. Just click the blue schedule button or send us an email, support@libertypropertydamage.com, and we'll reach out to you as soon as we can. Do not wait. Take action now. Do not let the insurance companies rip you off. You're allowed to recover as much as you can prove. If you have questions, again, please reach out to us. Have a great day.